Kia ora whānau. Just on the main road here. This is New Zealand Flax. So I'm just gathering some tinder. I'm going to grab some flax leaf. When you harvest, grab the outer leaves, not the inner ones. And these seed pod heads. And I'm going to grab some of the stems, and I'll show you what I'll do with it later. So whānau, all done. I'm just going to take a small amount to start off with, but yeah, this flax is just on the side of the road, and it's north facing, so we get all day sun. Sorry about the road noise. I'll bring you back. So I'm back home, whānau. I was probably wrong calling that seed. I think it's more like a flower head off the flax stalk. So I've got some stalk. Yeah, I saw a video with Josh James, and he was using flax for a fire starter. Oh, here's our little fantails. Three of them. So New Zealand flax is the indigenous Maori used flax for making clothing, for baskets, for all sorts of for rope, and there's different ways you can process it. So you can just score it, and then they plaited it into weaved it into baskets. Or I'm going to try, you've got a dull side and a shiny side, so you score halfway through the dull side, I think it is, and then you use a shell or a semi-blunt knife, and you peel the outer layer, and then inside it's called Muka or Muka, which is your very fine flax fibre, inner fibre, which I'm going to try processing some of that and see what it's like as a nest material, and I might even try soaking some in my ash lye and seeing what that comes out like as a flint and steel ignition material. So and also just saw Josh James, the Kiwi Bushman, and what he did was he used the back of his knife at 90 degrees, and he was able to get quite a nice fine fluff off the flower stalk. So I thought I'd try that, and then he also feathered it into kindling. So yeah, so I thought I'd, when I was the other day, had some moss and lichen. So yeah, just exploring tinder material, natural tinder material for flint and steel and fire makings. So what we've got here in New Zealand, and I believe the New Zealand flax is a bit different to the English flax. And then I want to have a look at toi, which is a native New Zealand pampas grass. So that'll be my next experiment, is harvesting and collecting some of that for nest material. So I'll bring you back when I have a play at doing this. So fairly quickly, whānau, I've just twisted some of the flower heads, just the soft bit, into a nest shape. I found when I harvested it, I tried to take the longer bits towards the base where there's a lot more straight grain, and I found the blacker stuff was good to just scrape the outside, just even with this blade. There's an old knife here, but yeah, I'm just going down, and it's because it hasn't got a 90-degree spine, but this is an excellent light dry tinder, and really, if this is north facing, say in northern hemisphere, you'd want the opposite, south facing, all day sun, east to west. Now it had shelter. Now I could probably get what I needed from that flax bush to get a fire going. I just feather sticked the stalk and got these. So just with that and that there, those three there would be excellent kindling, I think, just to get a fire going. And then once you had your fire going, once you got your muka, you could just lay that out to dry for later on. Once you ran out of other stuff, and if you just had that stalk in the muka, I think you'd have an excellent flint and steel nest option. So I'll bring you back. I'm going to have a play at trying to get the muka out of the flax leaf, and I'll bring you back. Kia ora whānau. Yeah, so got some of our Harakeke, our New Zealand Flax, and some the stalk for the flower heads. So I've got our flower heads drying in front of the fire there. There's some Harakeke flax that we processed earlier. This is just the fluff off the. I'm going to do some more, and that's just some what I've just whittled off the stalk. So, and the idea is to use a mussel shell if you can. So I'll try and set this up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Bear with me. And it always pays to have a just something nice to drink there. But old granddad bonded USA bourbon. America has some some of the best things, don't they? From rocks to fatwood to bourbon. So you can see how quickly, friends, you can just scrape that. And that's the sort of stuff you want closest to your ignition material. Oh. Sorry, Fano, our camera fell over. And then you can just lightly feather now, and this is how we do our Harakeke or New Zealand Flax. So take the centre away. Sorry. Shiny side, dull side. So gently cut through our shell. Oh, broke the shell. Bear with me, I've got another one here. When you run that behind it. Makes that top layer come off. And they just you can see how fine that makes the flax fibers. And we swap that over. Check it on the right side. Okay. Stretch and pull our fibres. Roll them around. So that's our basic just whānau. I'll bring you back.